So the show's called the Rags to Riches Show. So what does being rich mean to you? Because you can be rich in time and relationships and monetary terms, obviously. What does being rich mean to you? I suppose we'll do it one each. What would you say?
For me, all of what you just said, like, it's not just about the money. It is about the time. It is about the freedom. It is about like travel, you know, but not just like traveling in style, you know. I'm looking at building this big crazy outhouse thing in my garden because you know, I've got quite a bit of space in the garden to do something like that, and I'm looking at getting like a sauna, a steam room, the hot tub, an outdoor kitchen with a barbecue, you know, fire pit, and like all this kind of stuff. And you know, I just love that shit, man. It's like how cool would that be? You know, I put a thing up on a Facebook poll thing recently, and it was like, you know, if you had a spare $100,000, would you like buy a place in Alicante, or would you like get this big mental outhouse thing built in your garden? And for me, all day long, I want every single day to be able to have that type of facility, like literally on my doorstep at the back door. You know, that's one example. But I think all of these things always comes back to me about generational wealth. It's nice to have all these kind of things and the nice things in life and all that. But I just want, yeah, I guess my kids and family to benefit from everything that we're doing now. And you know, I want to leave a legacy, man. You know, life's too short and all that. You never know when the big man's going to come calling. And I just want to know that like they are taken care of for forever, you know. So
love that. Cool. Alex, Connor?
For me, you know, I think the journey of riches start from financial freedom. And, you know, as I said, and financial freedom, by the way, means something completely different to me now than what I thought it would. You know, it was more about, you know, not having to rely on this job and understanding that, you know, you're in a very vulnerable position when you're relying on an employer that could drop you at any point, you know, and, you know, when your whole life has been built around that role, you know, it's hugely risky. So I just wanted to have enough income there to say, look, you know, I don't need that job anymore, and you know, I've got security knowing that money's going to be coming in, whether I can work or not. And that's the beauty of passive income through buy-to-let. You know, you don't necessarily have to be involved in it to get the cash in. So that's where it started. And you know, I thought we'll get to this property number, we'll have enough money, and we'll just go play golf every day. Life will be wonderful. But when you start the journey of a business, you know, it just becomes something much bigger. I love what we do. I love going to work every day. I love the business that we're building. And you know, I couldn't imagine, you know, not being involved in it. So whilst we might have the freedom to not work, you know, we probably work harder than ever now because we love it, you know. So that's been, you know, a big part of driving the business forward. It's just a love for it. But you know, Laurie kind of touched on the whole legacy thing, and I think that was a big thing for me. You know, I go back to that first thing I talked about in Azerbaijan, where we built the business, and you know, it's someone else's business ultimately. We built this massive pipeline. You know, kind of historic, but you know, all I did was get a salary for 4 years. However, I've achieved really nothing to leave to my family, nothing to leave my mark on you know, this world. So, you know, building something for ourselves is huge. Having even the stuff we're doing in Falkirk High Street, you know, I think we are going to be largely responsible for the regeneration of Falkirk High Street through these actions that we're taking now. And you know, okay, it's my local town. You know, I want to be known for something. So that's quite cool as well. You know, so for me, it's much more. I'm not big into material stuff, to be honest. You know, I probably will have Bentley at some point. You know, I'm not going to say that I'm going to be driving about in a Honda for the rest of my life. No, it's not that important to be honest.
I think you should maybe have you should get like a billboard in Falkirk, shouldn't you, with your faces on or something like that? Or
we've got one actually. We've got one just minus the faces.
Love it. Connor, is there anything you would like to add to just what being rich means to you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's kind of very similar to Alex's. For me, it's more about like being proud of like what you do, like regardless of where you came from, or any of the mistakes that you've maybe made in like previous in your life. It's like being able to turn around to people and say this is what I'm doing, this is what I do, this is having that flexibility that you can provide for your family, and making sure that your rags to riches story, you stop anyone else in your family having to come from rags, to make sure that you're leading that you've done something that stops them having to go through the same shit or the same mistakes that you did. I was talking to a guy the other day last week about a portfolio, and he had a portfolio he was trying to get rid of. And I was talking to him through about like headaches of what we were going through about a delay in planning and a COVID shutdown. And he just stopped and he was like, "You love what you do, don't you?" I'm like, "I'm talking about like the shit part." And he was like, "I can just tell from talking to you that you just love what you do." And it's like, and it's true. Like, I know it's property, but for some reason to me, it just ticks all the boxes, and people aspire to like be involved in it as well, and they can just see what you're doing. You're giving back, you're providing homes to people who need them, and there's just like a good kind of legacy to that, a good kind of foundation to what you're doing in your life. And for me, that is what being rich is that you can just feel like joy with like what you're up to day in, day out.
Love that. I can say, I agree with that. I can see that you love what you do. I love what I do too, and if I didn't, you just need to change what you're doing, don't you? What's the point of doing something you don't enjoy? Yeah, just do something else if you don't enjoy it. Yeah, man.
Because it's a knock-on effect. If you're doing something day in, day out that makes you miserable, you're going to be miserable when you go up the road to the missus. You're going to be miserable with the kids. You're going to go out for a beer with your mates, and you'll be like, "I don't want to go home," or "Nah," and you're just sitting, and it's just, why do that? It's your choice.
But a lot of people still do. A lot of people, they go to work 9 to 5, the clock watch, and the wishing their life waits till 5 o'clock. They go home, watch TV, same old, pay their mortgage off maybe when they're 65, care home, then see you later.
I tell you what though, Terry, like see we're bringing, like with Connor starting, and we've got some other staff now as well. We've got Emma, our marketing executive, Jennifer, our admin manager, we've got an accounts assistant starting, and we were like very conscious to create like a working atmosphere that was like attractive and created like a kind of better lifestyle and all that for the guys, because so like we've got this now, it's like flexible Mondays, half day Fridays, the guys can work from home when they want. We're very just kind of like flexible and like supportive, because it's more than just like providing a job for somebody or like working together with people. Like there's more to life than work, man, and it's like if the guys need support or whatever it is to like, just like have a like an improved quality of life and stuff, we absolutely want to provide that to everybody that's working for us, so we try and create that and try and be flexible and sound well the staff, and I love that as well about what we do.
I think that's I do a similar thing. So I've got a load of staff. I've got nearly 100, but over 100 now. Financial advisors work for us at the group, but I try and create that the best I can. We do dress down Fridays, we do feel good Fridays, we do a motivational session, motivational Mondays, I do loads of training sessions, but I buy food for them, we'll go out and we do stuff, team building. That is so important, because it's like you rightly said, it's not just about a job. People want that now. People are too switched on to the way things work now. If they're not happy and they're getting treated like shit, they're just gonna leave, and you're gonna have disruption. It's gonna make waves in your business. It's not what you want. You need to treat them well.
Absolutely. I remember even at 19, when I was working as a valuer, I was making 50 grand a year at 19, and I fucking hated it because it was just like the atmosphere was just it was unbelievable. The office politics, the shit, and I was just like, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm going to stay here and learn everything I can, and then I'm out. Like that, I just knew that was coming, regardless of what you were getting paid, and it was like through my hard work anyway. It was commission based, so it didn't matter. It was just like I'm not in it for this, and then that's why I've been fortunate enough, because I'm good at what I do, that I've never been forced to take a job. It's always been by choice, but everything should be by choice anyway. That's just the way I think it should be.